What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. So today what we're going to be doing is a really easy mobility routine you can do at home. The only things you're going to need is a chair and possibly a pillow for your knee for something we do later on. It should only take us about 10 to 15 minutes. And what this is going to do is try to loosen our whole body up, head to toe. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need to do is grab a chair in your house. We're going to start with the neck. Let's pop this up. All right. So first thing you're going to do is we're going to put our hands on our head. So we're not actually grabbing our head, we're just putting them beside. So what I want you guys to do is 10 reps. You're going to look down, squeeze the elbows together, and then come back up and open up that chest and release all that tension. Just back down, squeeze, back up, stretch. Really try to focus on opening up the chest as you come back up and pulling that chin down as you go back down. Just look up to the ceiling as you come up, open that chest up, look back down. Just one more rep. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sit up nice and tall, just like so. And I'm just going to turn my head to the left as far as I can. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to put my hand and give that little extra push and just hold for 10 seconds. Take nice big breaths. Just keep pushing. Not too much pressure though. And good. Okay, and then other way. Look the other way. Nice proud chest. Look as far as you can. Then just take your hand and give it a little extra. And good. One more time on the other side. So look as far as you can. Nice proud chest. Take your hand and just push. Good. And one more time. Turn as far as you can. Take your hand. Put a bit of extra pressure. And good. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our head to the left, and then we're going to pull our right ear down into our chest. So I'm turning to the left, put my hand over top. I'm just going to pull down like that, and you should feel that through your trap. Just hold that for 10 seconds. And 10, good. And just make sure you're focusing on your breathing here. Nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. So same thing, turn to the right, pull our left ear down to our chest. And good, back to the other side. Turn to your left, pull your right ear down to your chest. Just focus on your breathing, hold for a good 10 seconds. And 10, and then one more time. Turn to the right, pull your left ear down to your chest. And good. Okay, so we're not going to need the chair for the next thing, so we're just going to get rid of that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into what's called a child's pose. So you're just going to go into a kneeling position, just like so. And then we're just going to put our hands on the floor. So I just want you guys to go like this. I'm just going to hold this position. You can see I'm not the most flexible person, but that doesn't matter. We're still going to go through this. Okay, so now what I want you to do is you're going to take your right hand and put it over the left, and then you're going to try to sit back, and you're going to feel that through your right lat. Hold that for 10 seconds. And 10, good, reset. Take your left, put it over your right. Same thing, you should feel this now through your left lat. Might feel it a bit in the shoulder, should be mostly in the lats though. And good. And then put both hands in front and then just back one more time. Really get that head through. Try to touch the floor. And good. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is some cat-cows. This is just going to help open up the thoracic and lumbar spines. So what we're going to do now, just going to be here. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to arch your back and look up to the sky. And then we're going to slowly do the opposite. So we're going to push the hips through while tucking the chin and lifting the upper back tall. Back into extension. And back into flexion. Just focus on getting some nice good holds here. Taking nice deep breaths. One more time of each one. And back into flexion, just trying to tuck the pelvis through while lifting the upper back as high as we can and tucking that chin. Okay, so we're going to need the chair again. Let's grab that. So the next thing we're going to do, you've seen these in a lot of my videos, we're going to be doing an elevated lunge stretch. So basically what we want to do is just have the chair here. This is where you can use that pillow, so, or a yoga block. We're just going to have our foot up on the chair, and then we're going to bring our knee into the ground like that. So just like that, and then we're just going to press through. Should feel this mostly here. What you really want to focus on is whatever your back leg is squeezing the butt on that side and pushing the hip through. I'm not trying to arch, I'm trying to keep my core down and then push the hip through like so. If you do want to make this a bit more intense, you can take the arm, just lift it over top like that, and you'll get a bit more in the obliques too. Perfect. Then just switch sides. If this feels too intense being on a chair, you can also just do this off the floor too. You do not have to have your back foot elevated, but it will help get a bit more quad. So same thing, squeeze the glute of the side that the leg is back. Keep the core tucked down, we're not trying to extend, and just push the hip through. And then if you want to add more, just lift that arm overhead. And good, okay, we'll do one more side of that. Should be feeling this primarily right here. Just make sure you're activating the glute on the back leg. Keeping your hips tucked forward and pushing forward without arching the lower back. And we'll switch one more time. And good. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna do something for our hip to open everything up in the glute. So I'll do this from both sides just so you guys can see. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna sit in our chair, and then we're gonna take our right leg and put it over top of the left, just like so. And then what we're gonna do is from here, we're just gonna lean forward without letting our upper back round. You should feel this primarily in the leg that's over top in the hip. Just going to hold that for 10 seconds. And good, and then switch. Get that nice position, then lean forward. And good. And I'll just show you from another angle. We are going to do this one more time per side. So same thing, right leg over the left, just like so. And then I'm just trying to keep my chest high as I lean forward. And I'm not going anywhere past that. I can easily do this, but we just want to make sure everything stays nice and neutral. Get that nice stretch through here. You can try to press your knee down if you want, but don't use your hand too much and put too much pressure. We just want to go with what we have. And switch. Keep that nice proud chest, try not to round forward too much. Get that nice stretch through the glute. And good. Okay, so we're not gonna need the chair anymore. We got 2 more things to do. The next thing we do is what's called a frog stretch. This one here is gonna be for opening up the groin. So all you guys are gonna do is go on all fours. I'll do this from both sides just so you can see. So we're gonna be here and just get your knees far enough apart where you don't feel too much strain here. And you're gonna just go on your elbows like so. And then while keeping your core nice and neutral, you're just gonna push back, trying to keep your heels on the floor as much as you can. And we're just gonna hold this for 10 seconds. And then come back forward and go back into it. Remember, if this feels too intense, just bring your knees a little closer. Feels too easy, widen the knees. Just make sure you're trying your best to keep your heels on the ground. If they can't stay on the ground, that's okay, but just don't be pushing anything that isn't there. And good. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 more times. So I'll just go from this side just so you guys can see. So heels are down, I'm just here. And all I'm doing is sliding back, like so. Just, you should feel this only in the groin. And forward, and just, if you want, widen a bit more. Keep your heels on the ground, and then just push back, get that nice stretch. And good. Okay. So the last thing we're going to do today is just a standing hamstring stretch. This one here is something I like doing a lot. Now, just remember with this stretch here, this actually isn't that great for improving mobility, but is great for stretching our posterior chain. So what we want to do is slide this over. We are just going to lean forward with our arms crossed like this. So we're just going to go forward like this as far as we can. Now, I just want to let my arms hang, and we're going to pulse up and down 20 times. Try your best to keep your knees straight, but if you are tight like me, they will bend a bit, which is completely okay. Okay, and now I want you to straighten your arms, and you're just going to take a big breath in, and then every time you breathe out, I want you to try to go lower. So big breath in, and then breathe out. Breath in, out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, 2 more. Breath out. Breath in. 1 more, breath out. Nice, and then just come back up nice and slow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just make sure if you have any questions, drop in the comments, and make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. I'll be dropping lots of content like this coming up. If you do like it, just make sure you share with your friends. I'm out till next time. Peace.